I've always, I use my story all the time to say to the children, you can do and be whatever you want to be. And so from that perspective, I feel like I got to a point, and what you've got to remember is I've always been judged. So I've got this is what my tattoo's about, judgment. And so I was judged when I was a kid in care. I was judged. We had the police turning up every day. I was getting arrested for things that I didn't even do. And our kids have that now as well. And, you know, so people judge you for being who you are. And then as I became more successful, I've also felt like I've been judged for, you know, being this guy that's built this organisation. And, you know, but, you know, some people would say that maybe he was born with a silver spoon if they didn't know my story. And, you know, obviously I wasn't born with a silver spoon, but I was born with a gift. I do believe that I was born gifted, and the life I've had has led me to be the person I am, regardless of the trials and tribulations. So, you know, that's why I've been writing a book, and I've been trying to hide in the shadows for years because I don't want to be judged. And I think that's unfair. So, you know, I'll sit and I'll talk to young people and I'll motivate young people and I'll tell them they can be anything they want. You know, at 13 I was homeless, at 15 I was homeless, at 23 I was homeless. I moved to Bishop Stortford 18 years ago. I had £5. I had nothing. And, you know, now we've got an organisation that, you know, spans, you know, Herts and Essex, goes all the way down to Bournemouth, and, you know, we've got nearly 300 employees. We look after, in the school, we look after 89 children. In the homes, we look after 42 children. And, you know, we do amazing things, absolutely incredible things. And I want the kids in our homes, not just the kids in our homes, I want everyone to know that if they were that kid, and if you read my book, you'll see this. And the opener of my book, and I don't want to ruin it too much, was me just about to commit suicide at 13. And I nearly did that. That nearly happened. And for some reason, I didn't do it. And I want to be, hopefully, if one person doesn't do that, doesn't take their own life, or doesn't not do something in their life, take action on their life because they've something that I've said or I've done, then I've completely won. And I started the journey. So I moved up from, I was living in a tent, I had a broken leg, I'd been beaten up with a pickaxe handle, I had a hip put out on me, and I was in a really, really, really bad way. And I joined a voluntary agency, and that's how I ended up in Bishop Stortford. And so I got to Bishop Stortford, I did voluntary work, and all I wanted to do was make one person's life better. Like truly better, not just a little bit better, just like truly help one person. And I think on that journey, over the few years since that initial thing, so probably I met Emma when I was at St Elizabeth's, when I first got that voluntary job, and I started realising that I had the ability to lead other people. You know, I'm shit at most things. I'm really bad. I can't do maths, I can't do English, I can't do lots of things. Most things that normal people can do, that I would consider normal people, I can't do. And so from that, you know, I've kind of built up this picture of myself about being judged. So I was judged then, and now I'm also judged now. And because of that, being judged is why I've hidden away. And I think now, that's why I've got you guys here today. That's why we started doing all this sort of stuff, because I need to get above that. And I need to know that people are going to judge me. People are going to look at this and go, oh, you make loads of money, oh, you're really rich. I bought myself a really, really nice car a couple of years ago. I didn't drive it because I was worried what people would think. I didn't buy it for status. I bought it because I liked the car. And I rarely drove it. And I need to get over that. It's my issue. And I'm doing an injustice. My story is more valuable to people than my inability to have the strength of character to go above what people will judge me by, because they're always going to fucking judge me.